get set. Where them hands, where them hoes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying? Cecil.
This is why I train in martial arts. I have no mainstream media to back up this information. Okay? I have no sources who are willing to go on camera. I have sources, and I have sources that probably would go on camera, but I'm not going to put them on camera because I don't need anything happening to the sources. So, for what I'm about to talk about, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sources, I believe, and I'm not going to put either one of them on camera. So, since I'm going to not put them on camera, and I don't have any, mainstream media clips to back up what I'm about to talk about, I will be vague about the school. I will just say it's a high school. If you know me personally, you know what school I'm talking about. But otherwise, you can't prove that I'm talking about your school because I'm not going to mention it. And if it just so happens to coincide with something that happened at your school, it's probably just a coincidence because what I'm talking about, sadly to say, I don't think is unique at all. Now, it's 2 things. First of all, if part of your job is breaking up fights with teenagers, so this is mostly the teachers, if you are near me in the Prince George's County area, why won't you take a martial arts class? Why do you think that you can break up fights with kids and you don't have any training? Why do you think you can do that? Do you think just because you are a man, or maybe just because you're a woman who's very physically fit, or you took like some self-defense seminar back in the day, why won't you enroll in one of my martial arts classes? You need to enroll in a martial arts class so that your body is used to doing violent type of movements. Even doing those dances that people call forms, help your body deal with violent type of movements and work those support muscles that you can pull if you're trying to break up a fight with a bunch of teenagers who are probably bigger than you and stronger than you. Why are you trying to break up fights with teenagers if you're not security? It's funny how security takes training, they get hand-to-hand training, but educators seem to think that they don't need that. They think they took a course once and then you've got it. No, you should be training in martial arts. You know what? If you don't like me, you just think that I'm some weirdo on the internet and what does he do? What does he know, right? Because I don't do it full time. I can say if you're in the Prince George's County area in Maryland, you have no excuse. You are not for want of teachers. If you're in Montgomery County in Maryland, you definitely are not lacking for teachers. There are martial arts schools all over the place in and around Washington, D.C., and the Maryland area near D.C. Now, once you start going out into southern Maryland, maybe out past northern Virginia, you may not have as many teachers at your disposal. But if you're near the city, I know you can find a teacher. If you're near any major city, I know you can find a teacher that can help you train your body so that you don't pull your back out when you're trying to break up a fight between teenagers. Or if you do hurt your back breaking up the fight with teenagers, you can recover better because you're forced to stretch, you're forced to work muscles that you normally aren't going to do unless you constantly breaking up fight with teenagers. Which you're not if you're an educator. Even if you're doing security, you're not doing that 24/7. Take a martial arts class, even if you got to pay for it yourself. It's worth the time, and it may literally keep you out of the hospital. Do I expect you to roundhouse kick children in the head? No, I do not. My stuff is Taekwondo, influenced by Judo, Western boxing, and Kyushu Jitsu. That means you're going to spend a lot of time with some type of grappling stuff, and some of those grappling moves you can use on the students to just kind of redirect them, put them down on the ground, not wham, slam them down, but you could wrestle with them enough so that you don't hurt yourself, right? Now, if you happen to work in an office where parents may start trying to beat each other up in front of you, parents may try to jump the children, and you feel like you have to break that up, you definitely should be taking a martial arts class. Why aren't you taking a martial arts class if you know you work in that kind of environment? I know because you think that you should get some kind of concealed carry permit, right? You should get some kind of concealed carry permit. And if some way the state of Maryland finds a way to let you do that, which I can't imagine them doing, because like I've said in other videos, the gun laws are obviously written so that they don't want civilians to carry guns. They obviously don't want you to have the gun. You're not supposed to bring it on school grounds unless you're authorized. So that right there says that we don't really want you to have this gun. We only want law enforcement to have it. And I have to admit, after thinking, that's probably not a bad idea to just make it only for cops. But the bad part is criminals don't care about that. And as you can see from the video that precedes this one where I'm talking about James Shaw Jr., guns are not even foolproof. So you go to reach for your gun in a small space, you're trying to intimidate parents that are beating you up, beating up a student, beating up your coworker, right? And then they take it from you and they start shooting. Or you're walking past a child and there's that one rare, exceptional child who wants to try to grab your gun and play with it. And sometimes guns go off. So you think guns are just, your gun's going to save you, right? You have to get to the weapon. You have to reach the weapon, even if it's a gun, even if it's a taser, even if it's a pepper spray. If you watch enough TV that has to deal with self-defense and weapons and things like that, because I don't do this for a full-time living, but even I know there are people that can get tased. There was a TV show, and this, if you Google it on YouTube, that's funny. If you search for it on YouTube, you'll find that video. Guy gets tased, right? I'm going to do what he did. He gets tased, back, got right back up, and kept coming. So there are people, you can tase them, they'll fall for a second and pop right back up like Frankenstein's monster and still get to whooping on you. So what are you going to do then? You going to carry a knife? Oh, you going to carry a knife? You going to carry a knife at school? You going to stab some of the parents they get out of hand? Going to stab a student when they get out of hand? You know, like, what is his name? Like Cecil the Entertainer's character in A Haunted House? Shank him before breakfast. You're going to shank him before first period? Shank him before second period? Soon as that up, you want to shank him? Empty hand techniques, folks. Empty hand techniques. They're for us. They're what we civilians need. Especially if those of us who, we're not primarily charged with dealing with violence, but we just might have to deal with violence because the people who are armed and primarily charged to deal with violence are not God. They cannot be everywhere and know everything and be all places at all times. Even if the police officer is 10 seconds away, how many times can I hit you in 10 seconds? Let me try to time this. 5, let me try to time this. 7, 8, 9, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I did 47 hits in 10 seconds. Now that's just me going like this, so this may not hurt, but if I'm wailing on you under adrenaline and the adrenaline's got my arm going fast, give me half that. Okay? Give me half that. All you naysayers out there who feel you know biology better than me and stuff like that, give me half that. That means you can be hit 20 times, and that's actually less than half. That's less than half. So you can be, let's say you could be hit 20 times in the face, hard, in the head, by the time the police officer can get there to help you. So what would help with that? Martial arts lessons. You can train with me, you can train with other people. But again, if you know you're in that type of violent environment, you need some empty hand training. And not just for 8 weeks. You need to pick it up as a hobby and at least get a black belt in it. Peace.